We must always tell the truth. Always tell the truth and always live truthfully. Truth to yourself and truth to others. Because if we are free from self-deception and the external deception that we project, then in any given moment, we do not actually need to know what to do, because the truth will guide us through it in alignment with what is true. We are to tell the truth always, because when you tell the truth is what lives through you. And here's what scares us so often about the truth. We fear that perhaps the truth may hurt others in our lives. We also fear that by telling the truth to ourselves, we may have to confront the fact that many of the structures that exist in our lives today are built on falseness. We may be subscribing to certain ideas or self-perceptions about who we are. We may be showing up every single day in relationships that are not actually authentic to who we really are on a soul level, so to speak. And we think that we're doing these things because it's what we're supposed to do. We show up from a sense of duty, from a sense of responsibility. We show up day to day in our lives, and we play the role of the character that we think is who we are. But I tell you that this character is not who you are, and you need not worry about what your character must do next, or think next, or feel next. You need not analyze the situation with the amount of mental energy that you may have been putting into it lately. What could go wrong if you tell the truth? The only thing that can go wrong if you tell the truth is that all of the things in your life that are not actually truthfully a part of your life, but are things there because you're attaching and clinging, will not be able to coexist in the truth. So what could go wrong in telling the truth to yourself and others, always? What could go wrong is very simple. What could go wrong is that everything begins to go right. Rightness finds itself within every moment, every blessed moment of your life. Your life is like a garden, and there are many plants growing in it that are actually weeds, and you show up every day and you water them, and you give them your sun. You give them your light and your water and your sustenance. But these plants in your garden are weeds. I say to you, uproot them with the truth. Speak the truth now in your life to yourself and to those who are close to you, and even to those who are not. Because once these false weeds are uprooted, the only thing that will be is an empty field, and that scares you perhaps. Who am I without all of these plants I've come to know and attach myself to? But you see, it is in this empty field that luscious gardens will bloom and sprout and grow, because you've made room for them. By uprooting the falseness in your life, your true life is waiting for you, my friend. It is outside of your comfort zone. There is something so beautiful and luscious that is trying to sprout. Oops. There's something so beautiful and so luscious that is trying to sprout in your life right now, my friend. It's already breaking the surface of the soil. You've felt it, you've seen it, you've heard it, you've smelled it. It revealed itself within you over these last few days, and you know it's the truth. But you're clinging to certain weeds and plants in your garden that don't belong there. They're not really part of your soul's natural path, so to speak. Some of these plants in your garden, they're beautiful. There's nothing wrong with them. I know you love them. Of course you do. It's your true nature to love all. Some of these plants are not weeds if they were in someone else's garden, because that is someone else's authentic plant meant to be there. But while you hold these plants in your garden, you block the truth from being able to blossom in your life. And it's also not fair to the false things we attach to and cling to try to keep them to ourselves, because I assure you of something. They will fit in perfectly in their own gardens and amongst others. To tell the truth is simply the most loving thing that we could possibly do for ourselves and everyone else around us. To tell the truth is simply the most unconditional loving essence that we could find. And how funny is it that telling the truth is so easy? We think that we're meant to sit around and struggle and wonder, what if this, what if that? And I say to you, this is not your job. These such things are in God's hands, source, spirit, infinite truth, the real self, the inner being. Leave that where it belongs, in the hands of the one who truly knows you and loves you and knows what is right and next. You can refer to this as your higher self if you like. I do not mind. Your job on the human level is simple. Tell the truth. You don't need to worry about anything else. In telling the truth, realness blossoms. In telling the truth, all of the things that do not actually belong in your life, leave. But do not be afraid as you watch them go by. Because as they go by, something new, something real, something that's always been there, trying to break the ground of the surface of the soil of the garden that is your life. Make no mistake about it. It's taking root, and it's growing, and it's extraordinary. So how many times must I send out this message to all of my lovely friends and family out there in the world? How many times over the years have we had this conversation? Let go. What doesn't belong to you will go, and what is truly meant to be in your life can finally arrive. What is it that's blocked you all this time? Why so many messages have you required? So many beautiful emotional releases you've had, but you go back to your attachment and clinging. Why? Because you are afraid. You are afraid of what might happen. So I'm telling you, with absolute conviction, to someone who is on the other side of this very spiritual inner process, I claim not to be a master of all, but I do stand before you as a loving friend, as a loving family, loving soul family connection that we are. I really love you, and I'm telling you, I am on the other side of this internal process in my life. You need fear not. What is waiting for you on the other side, though you may not know, is who you really are, and so much more. Do not be afraid. The truth will not hurt you. It will free you. It's the falseness and the lies that we tell ourselves and each other that hurt us. That is the weight that we carry in this world. So let go of the lies by simply speaking the truth. And I encourage you to move forward right now in your life and take action from this place. Maybe you need to have a conversation with someone or something like this. Maybe you need to simply acknowledge some falseness within yourself. I encourage you to take action on it right now. Much love and many blessings to my friends out there. If you felt the power, the surge of energy behind the words in this message, if it moved something in you, thank you for letting me know below in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you, my friends. This is a very, 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 very powerful time to be alive right now, and you have an incredible opportunity. And I say to you, choose truth. Choose the courage to speak it, for all that awaits you is blessings. You need fear not.